Things is a 1989 Cannon exploitation film that's plagued my existence for as long as I can remember.
Seeing only a straight-to-video release, this Z-grade flick also features the mainstream film debut of porn actress Amber Lynn.
Many consider this to be the worst film ever made, while others consider it to be one of the worst abominations ever committed to film. Clearly, they've never seen Models in Hands of Fate. Directed and produced by Andrew Jordan and Barry J. Gillis, it was made on a budget of only 35 grand, most of which went toward getting Amber Lynn to actually star in this, which I'm sure she's proud of.
You know, I'd rather be watching August Underground right now. At least then the torture would be mutual.
You see, kids? This is what happens when bath salts and crack decide to make a movie together. You get things!
Right off the bat, we meet Doug, who's meeting up with female Sergeant Kabukiman. She decides to do her best quiet cosplay before this happens.
She could.
You see, Doug here is hell-bent on having a child of his own, but his wife is unable to do so. So he does what any rational person in his position would do. Gives her an experimental drug given to him by this guy. Seems legit. Oh, I can see what Birdemic guy's title sequence. We get our first appearance by Amber Lynn, who plays a reporter and, well, that's it.
A medical discovery by the world-renowned Dr. Lucas of Grizzly Flats. Scientists and surgeons alike are very excited. Dr. Lucas has discovered that if the human brain is exposed to ultraviolet light, a human's lifespan will double. Scientists all over the world are very happy with the discovery, and if
Her footage just randomly appears throughout the film and has little or nothing to do with the overall plot. It's worse than a spam that pops up on porn sites.
Talk about money well spent.
Next we meet Don, Doug's little brother, and his friend Fred. They decide to pay a surprise visit for no reason other than to further the fucking plot. We see them do everything from drink beer, put their coats in the freezer, and this.
Word, looking for a cockroach snack. I can't see any of the delicious critters. Alright, oh look. Running water and everything up here. Yep. It is plastic.
This place is a joke.
Need I say it? But Thanksgiving had better dialogue than this. At least that had a killer turkey.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker. Now that's what I call foul play.
After another bogus broadcast, we're greeted with a random torture scene that serves only to introduce Dr. Lucas and show us how evil he is. This movie is hell to sit through. Look, even the dog is bored. After watching Groundhog's Day Massacre, another film cooked up by the masterminds of this disaster piece, the trio decides it's time for a snack.
A 6-day or a 6-month-old bred in here. Maybe I can make myself some kind of a sandwich. Yeah.
After 5 minutes where literally nothing happens, Doug remembers, oh shit, we're supposed to be making a movie. We finally meet our creatures of the night, which look like ants and spiders discovered what barebacking is. Before we cut to more Amber Lynn footage.
George Romero, director of such hits as Dawn of the Dead and Creepshow, is once again taking his copyright case to the Supreme Court of the United States. Pirates continue to distribute thousands of copies of Night of the Living Dead, while Romero continues to state his case in the court.
After a quick brainstorming session, the power goes out. And by out, I mean the rest of the shots look like they were lit by novelty lights. Then from out of nowhere, Fred disappears. And this is the explanation we get.
I think he went into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimension.
It looks like he got sucked into that mouse hall. I think I know what happened.
What?
Spontaneous combustion. I read about this crap.
Shouldn't we be checking the power? Oh, screw that. We got booze.
How do you get paper children?
Paper children?
Yeah, how you get them? You fuck a bag, lady.
After finding a flashlight, the duo decide to search the house for more things. Look, there's even one learning to use a toilet. How progressive. Well, that's certainly one way to overwrite the hell out of a scene. Take a note from this guy.
You're lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
After making her way to the basement, Doug is attacked by one of the creatures, prompting one of the best scenes out of this entire movie.
Oh, I hammered your head in. Are you alright? Blood. Oh, gotta get some bandages to you. Oh, you heavy thug. Put you back down, you're so heavy. Blood. Ugh. Gross.
After restoring the power, Don gets Doug back to the kitchen, where he somehow gets his fingers bitten off. This causes Don to use some of the best first aid Canada has to offer.
Me, a lot more than it's gonna hurt you. I know it's gonna hurt, just...
After that Grammy-worthy scene, Doug dies.
You're dead? Doug! No way am I gonna let the creatures eat you alive. You're coming with me.
Prompting Don to do what any great brother would do. Stuff him in the closet. After finding the drill from the box cover, Don goes Mortal Kombat on her ass.
Fatality.
Look, even Fred comes back for his Evil Dead 2 reference. Dr. Lucas decides to pay a social visit, which leads to maybe one of the best death scenes in this movie.
This is ghastly, brutal, horrible, insane. Blood and guts, that's all that's left of her. That's human blood, all right. 22. I better grab this before you try to kill me, too.
I'm not a killer. Your experiment went wrong.
There's no creatures here, not even a dead one.
The dead creatures were probably eaten or taken away by the others.
You're watching too many horror movies, pal. This place is empty of the size of it. You're giving me a bunch of shit, man.
Check the place out.
Creatures with no soul are devouring me.
Well, that's something I'm not gonna get out of my head. The sound of goofy rape. Here's a film so bad, look! Even the characters are trying to escape. We get what feels like a tourist ad for Canada before Don seemingly finds help. That is until...
Are you sure this wasn't all a dream?
We cut back to Don, who's trying his damnedest to make a zombie flick, before the film ends with what I believe to be the biggest insult of all.
This movie was an experience to sit through. From deplorable acting, snuff film lighting, to a plot so questionable it makes the Blair Witch Project make sense. It's certainly Z-grade at its finest, and honestly, it may be the worst thing I've ever seen. And this is coming from someone who chose to watch this.
I'm the one you want.
Oh yeah, that exists. So if you get the chance to rent this on Redbox, Blue Box, fucking VHS, Blu-ray, DVD, avoid this at all costs. Do yourself a favor and watch a trauma film.
How much have you been told about the project?
Everyone's been very secretive.
DNA cloning, gene isolation. Richard Ramirez, Charles Manson, Casey, Dahmer, all been cloned.
30 of each of these killers alive? Dahmer and Gacy.
Maybe there's something I could do to return the favor.
Murder's at an all-time high.
Grab another shot, stranger.
Cloning serial killers?
Absolute evil! Your family died because of your mistake!
There's another serial killer. Looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Only one of them had cannibalistic tendencies.
The murdering spree continues.
Fight the war against evil every day.
I surely must be God.
Lord, have mercy on us!
Those crazy killers continue to work their magic.
They're the best thing that's happened to serial killers in the past 20 years. Slaughter innocents in broad daylight.
Return from the bowels of hell to wreak havoc on the earth.
You buried 30 people in the crawl space of your house. What kind of ignorant lowlife does that? I killed twice that many.
You just want to eat him, don't you?
Dahmer versus Gacy. A daring bowling alley slaughter.
Starts ripping the man's limbs apart with his bare hands.
Slice the head off of the cashier.
Right into the side of his neck.
Well, I certainly hope that's not a real head.
Dahmer, Gacy.
One of the clones has escaped.
Another fire. More killer stinkers. Now that I'd like to see.